What up, y'all? So I just wanted to give you guys, show you a little something. When you have a female that's giving birth, normally 24 hours before birth, they're normally not going to eat. So once they start having their labor and after they've had about 5 or 6 pups, you want to give them water. But what you also want to give them once they'll take food is apricots. Now, I normally don't give her the juice, it's just water. It's in some type of, heavy syrup with sugar. You can give them natural, but this isn't the type of year in Arizona for apricots. The apricot halves give them zinc. You don't want to give them too much zinc, but you definitely want to give them this. This helps them produce quality milk. You want your pups to be healthy little plump rhinos. You do not want them thin. But as they get older, you don't want to have too much weight on them. That affects their joints. This is what we do. So first and foremost, you want to empty out the can like I just said. Next, you want to give her just a little bit of honey. Using raw honey is normally the best, but you just want to give them a little bit of honey for energy. Sugar is normally, you don't want to give them too much sugar, but just a little bit of honey, especially while they're still in labor, is good. Now that we got our honey in there, you don't want to give them too much, but you do want to give them mayonnaise. Real mayonnaise. We use Best Foods, obviously, because that's what I eat personally. This is specifically for the dogs. I give them about 2 scoops, 2 teaspoons. That's about enough right there. After adding the mayo, I like to use kefir. You do not want to get the flavored, you want to get the unsweetened, and you want to get the plain. Kefir is, really, really high calorie fat. It's thicker than cream. It's great. It's got tons of nutrients, lots of saturated fat. It's quality for the dog. You want to add about a half a cup of this. Now that you got your kefir in there, it's looking like a doggy. Peaches and cream. You want to add just a little bit of probiotics. I use the multi-species. It works well. It has a little scoop. I only use just a little tiny bit. You don't want to overdo it on this stuff. If you start trying to overdo it, you're going to mess up your dog. You don't want her to throw up. This is Muscle Up. This is Dog Care Anti-Med. I only give my pregnant females this, or if I have a dog that is malnutritioned or we have a rescue, that's the only time that we normally do this. But you want to add just a little bit, no more. They have a scoop in here. But in my opinion, both sides are just a little bit too large. I do a little bit less than this scoop. I don't even use the scoop. That can go in the trash. Get out of here. Next, every dog man knows about this. Dine. It has a lot of added vitamins. It's super quality. Tons and tons and tons of things in here. Crude fat, moisture, vitamin A, D3, C. I mean, this is very, very good. But in anything you use too much can be bad. You only want to use this a little bit. You don't want to use it every day, maybe every other day. And, you don't want to give them too much or they will puke this up. You don't want to give them too much at once. After I give them the Dine, I only give them a little bit. Most people give a lot more than that. And the reason that I only give that amount of Dine is because I use this product. I'm not endorsed by any one of these individuals. They have multiple different types, bacon, peanut butter, which I don't use the peanut butter one. Why would a dog use peanut butter? But it has no corn, no wheat, no soy. It helps the dog's coat, it helps their teeth, it helps their skin, and it just adds a little bit of nutrients. It's pretty much a similar product to Dine, but specifically produced for dogs, and it's called Liquid Gold. We use just a little bit of that, and you're going to see that she enjoys it. She had 7 pups, 1 passed away. I'm going to show you guys that video later. That's what happens sometimes, especially when you're breeding dogs this large and this muscular. She did great with all the rest, but as you can see, she's whiffing that down, which is good. Normally 24 hours before they start giving birth, they're going to refuse food. They'll start panting. How she's twitching her belly, those aren't contractions anymore. We're almost positive she's done. We're going to have a mobile ultrasound come over right now. My buddy that always takes care of us, he's going to be coming by and we're going to make sure that she doesn't have any left stuck in there. When we did the ultrasound, he saw a little bit more puppies than what she's had so far, so we're hoping she's good. She's slowed down a little bit, but we're out here letting her go potty, getting her some nutrients so she produces quality milk and it drops. I'm going to have tons of content coming. I just started a TikTok, consistent_kennels. I'm going to be posting content on there. Follow us on Instagram, same, consistent_kennels. I appreciate you guys if you're interested in or have any questions, pups, etc., studs on Triger, consistent_kennels@gmail.com. So I want to show you guys, she's got a little bit of afterbirth coming out, and it's a little bit on her tail. You want to keep her clean. You don't want to be washing her, with soap too much. You want to be washing her and keeping her right. But I use wet wipes, or I'll use the hose to rinse her off, and then I'll let her go back in there. But she's doing great. She's a great mother. She's been super attentive. You want to get them, while your dogs are pregnant. If you exercise a dog a lot prior to it being pregnant, during its pregnancy, you want to continue exercising. Now, you don't want to do it vigorously, but you do want to, if you're already walking the dog or you're throwing the ball, you want to continue doing that until about a week prior to her having birth. And then you want to kind of get her acclimated to her area where she's going to give birth. A lot of people just throw them in a kennel, or they just throw them in a crate and think they're just going to have pups, but these animals have feelings as well. You want them to get acclimated. You want to get comfortable to their whelping box, to nest. And that's what they'll do exactly. They'll nest. They'll be ripping up the blankets, and they'll be making sure everything's right, especially when it's your dog's first litter. And that's why you wait to have a dog until maturity. She's going to the bathroom, give her little space. But that's why you wait until breed an animal until maturity. Because if you don't, you're going to breed a dog. She's not going to know what to do. It's, the equivalent to breeding a young teenage human girl. They don't know what to do. They're a little bit less mature than an older woman, and it's exactly the same thing with these animals. You want to make sure the dog's going to be a quality dog that has a stable temperament. A dog can't even be fully health tested in its complete until it's 2 years old. So we try to do the right thing by our dogs. We want to set them up for success going to their new homes. People wonder why we charge so much for bullies or why they're so expensive. Because to do it the right way, you got to put a lot into it. We went to top studs. I got top foundation stock, the best dogs in the country. And I could have imported, but why would I import when American bullies are the best in America? So I'm going to show you guys next how I clean her. Let her back in with her pups. So if you're using soap and you're doing this over and over, it's going to make her hair come out. Already, normally when the mother gives birth, they're going to experience just a little bit of hair loss back here from all the fluids. They're normally going to leak fluids for about 8 days. Sometimes, depending on the dog, sometimes maybe 5 or 6 days. But just like a human, they have afterbirth normally for about 8 or 9 days. Human are a little bit longer. This water's a little bit chilly. As you can see, she doesn't like it. You're all right, mamas. We got to do it, baby. I'm sorry. We've done this multiple times, and as you can see, she's not liking it too much. But you want to keep this off. Moisture and bacteria, this is bad for the pups. She also, I don't know if you guys can see on the camera, but that was a little bit of puppy poop right there that was on her. You just want to keep the mother clean. You want to keep your babies warm and as dry as possible. She's going to be doing this discharge. It's best just to keep wet wipes near your area and just try to keep on it, because the worse that it gets, the harder it's going to be to get off. And not only that, your female's tail will go bald. You don't want that in any way.
It's okay, baby girl.
Be kind of gentle. She's sore. She just had baby. Give them the respect. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to talk shit, think these dogs are just thrown in backyards or they're just kenneled like pieces of shit. We treat these dogs with respect. My daughter's going to grow up around this. My daughter's going to be a junior handler. This has been my passion my whole life, animals, canines specifically.
Good girl. What's a good girl? Sit. Hey, sit. 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 Get it. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
Drop it.
Sit. Get it. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, I'm sorry. Drop it. Get it. Good girl.